Christmas time is here in Szpakowo, and this December we're not only getting presents, but some good income from grain sales of various crops we've harvested this past year. There's also some field work to make time for, as well as a purchase that's been a long time coming in this episode of Farming in Szpakowo, episode 19. You can find a link to this series in the description or in the comments below, and of course, check out the channel page for other farming series you might like. Well, we got the corn harvest done in time for the rain. Yeah, it just started raining a few minutes ago, and we're going to roll over to December here in a minute. And, well, I'll cover the Christmas present thing that I spoke of last episode, and if you didn't see last episode, well, there's a link to the playlist in the description below, and, well, I'll go over that also. I'll go over the Christmas present thing again here briefly in a bit. So the reason it's still November, so right here, this is where one of the Christmas presents will spawn. And again, I just, if you look right there in the help window, it says collect. Yeah. And so that's my theory, is that, and that's why I came here for you guys. So it's still November. We're going to advance to December, and then it should appear, and we'll have Christmas presents to pick up. And, yeah, so I found, picked up 2 of them, and then I decided to leave them till December, of course. You know, more festive that way if we're picking up presents. And I found 7, so that leaves 1 that we haven't found. And, well, I imagine it'll be easier to find when we can actually see them in December. So I'm going to head back to the house. We're going to go into December. We're going to do that. And also, of course, in December, once it is December, we'll be selling our grain. And, well, we'll see what else comes our way. Happy December, everyone. Merry Christmas. I went ahead and moved it to December 2nd. We are now halfway through the month of December because, well, there wasn't any snow yet yesterday, and it didn't feel right. What's more festive than having snow in December, I say. Got the big butt out here because we'll be doing some field work at some point. I'd like to do a disc harrow job on our field 103 up there. It needs it. We harvested the wheat and haven't touched it, so if there's time for field work, we can hit that up with this. So let's head back to the shop and see if I was right about the Christmas present theory. Yep, yes, it appears, yeah, well, it was a pretty logical conclusion. So now that it's December, yeah, because this map has seasonal decorations. So if you weren't here last episode, I'll explain briefly. In the collectible hunting on this map, of which I found 76 out of 100 so far, so I've done quite a bit of searching. And in that searching, I found 2 that were invisible. I knew they were invisible because, of course, as I showed earlier, with the help window up, it said collect, but there was nothing there. Well, knowing that this map has seasonal decorations, for instance, as we go through and search for the last one I haven't found, you'll see some places are having, will have Christmas lights up and things like that. Knowing that this map had seasonal decorations, and of course, the 2 I picked up, it said ho 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 when you picked them up. I had a suspicion that's what they were. It's only logical, right? So, and being that the 2 I found were on doorsteps or in places such as this, near doors or on entryways, it was pretty easy, even though they were invisible, to find 9 out of the 10. After I picked up 2, I said, hey, let's wait till December to pick up the rest. So there you go. A pretty brief recap. So let's pick this up. All right, so there's 7 left, of which we know where 6 are, 15,000 apiece. So that's going to help our money. And I didn't mention anything I forgot, but our money was, you may have noticed we were missing about 10 grand since last episode. Yeah, well, before winter, I wanted to do some maintenance on our fleet of tractors, and that was about 10 grand gone. This tractor now has over 22 hours on it, so its maintenance is getting a little more pricey. And I also repaired the harvester after all the harvesting we did. So yeah, we can use the money, especially also after dishing out 55,000 for that corn header. So there was 15,000 there for that Christmas present. I'll just mark that off our list here. Now, the next one, the next closest one I have on our list is actually right down here. Now, we need to keep our eyes peeled because, yeah, there's one I haven't found. Let's go down here. We'll do some Christmas present collecting, and I figure, well, we got to sell our grain. Well, we don't have to, but this is a great month to sell it because wheat, you know, crops like wheat and oats and triticale sell really well this time of year. Oh, yes. Another feature of the map of Szpakowo is icy roads. The roads get wet in the when it rains, and they get icy and snowy like this in the winter. Very cool. So the place we're going next is actually just right down the road here. Yeah, so far at least all the ones I've found, they're always in, yeah, by doors. A couple are in gazebos, things like that. Ah, there's a guy in a red shirt over there on that porch, and that's where one is at. again, from what I found, but it does seem that this is true. So let's head down here, and while we're here, I may as well search the rest of this. Yep, there's one waiting for us right here. Another 15,000. Yeah, it seems easy, doesn't it? Yeah, well, trust me, I spent a few hours finding all of these. Once I found that these were here, I couldn't just leave it alone, you know. It was like, hey, somewhere there's invisible hidden packages, collectibles. You know, I couldn't just leave it be. I had to, like, find as many as I could. By the time I'd found 9 out of the 10, I said, you know what, that's just, you know, that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure we can find the last one. As you can see, you know, they're not invisible now. They're clearly easy to see, so I can't imagine not finding the last one. Now, there's another one down at the end of this, there's a turn at the end of this road, and there's one down there, which I remember. I remember because it was the most recent one I found. I found 6 of them, and then I kind of did a collectible sweep recently and found this one. Yeah, the other ones I found, it was a few months ago, but I did a collectible sweep recently and just happened to stumble upon this gazebo here. And it appears as though there's one in here. Yep. All right. Well, that is another one. Again, yeah, it seems so easy, but trust me, a lot of time was spent looking for these. Oh, look at that. There's a snowman here. Yeah, I remember this place. I believe there was one of the... I said some of the collectibles look like discarded lottery tickets, and I believe I found a lottery ticket on this lawnmower. Yeah, well, obviously, now in the wintertime, there's a snowman pushing the lawnmower. Well, that's pretty cute. Some of the houses have Christmas lights, too. Yeah, this one does. Yeah, some of them, they have Christmas lights. I wonder if it looks cool. I bet they do look cool at night, actually. All right, so there's one more we can get kind of in the main part of town here. And then we'll head back and grab our grain. I don't want to spend the entire first half of today's episode just looking for, I want to do some work. And, you know, in the process of picking up our grain and taking it to the various, you know, wherever the sell point is, we may find, you know, one in that process. I know there's one somewhere up here in town. And there's likely to be more, because I found 2 in town. I got 1 written down. It would seem that here in town, where there's the most houses, they would be likely to appear. So yeah, help me keep an eye on porches, doorways, things such as that. Where we're looking is going to be a house on the right, and it's got a bathtub out in the doorway, and it's across from a sell point of some kind. Yeah, I know, my directions are just fantastic, aren't they? Well, yeah, well, I think it's up here. I think it's by this blue car, maybe. Let's have a look here. I think I found one here, and the one we're looking for is... Yeah, I thought it was around here. I remember that blue car, because I think there was one here, and then I remember there's one, like, in the house next door. Oh, bathtub and present. Yep. All right. So it looks like there's 4 left. Is that what it said? Let's see. Marked that off the list. And, yeah, there's 4 left because I've got 3 written down. One is at the lime purchase point. One is actually right up the road, so we may as well just grab that. And one is at the bale sell point. And then from after that, yeah, I have no idea. But it's so far been a very Merry Christmas here. I'm glad it did decide to snow on us because, yeah, it wasn't snowing on this 1st of December. And that's strange because last year I think there was snow in October. Well, I wanted to wait till it was snowing to pick up the presents, and so there we go. Yeah, there's snowmen everywhere. I wonder if it's a Christmas tree. Yeah, we should keep our eyes out for a Christmas tree. Just be festive, that's all. Definitely festivities around here. Alright, and the one we're looking for is actually kind of, right here-ish. Just hop out real quick. Should be in this gazebo. Right. Yep, right there. Well, that's definitely helping our money, and if we can find that last one, and trust me, we'll find that last one, that's going to give us a set bonus for the collectibles of, well, I don't know what. Oh, I do have a place written down to check. There was one place I remembered that I thought needed to be checked more thoroughly. So let's hit that real quick because it's actually right here. Yeah, and then the other two, Lime Cell Point and the Bale Cell Point, they're a little farther away. Let's just cut through this because there's a house up here. This is actually my property. Believe it or not, yeah, it's like, hey, you're just driving to the person's yard. Actually, as it happens, you do start off owning this. And I didn't realize that when I first started here in Szpakowo. That right there is the house you start off owning, and this little garage here across the way is also yours when you start off owning this. So technically that was our yard I cut through. I sold that house right there, as you recall, when we moved south. I sold this property. I did, but I kept this little property here across the street because it seems like it might be a handy little garage to have. Anywho, there's a house down here in the woods, and I don't think I found many collectibles at it, and it seems suspicious because it seems like this neat little house in the woods seems like it might just have something. So let's go check it out. And it's right up here past this horse pasture. And yeah, you gotta love how the horse pastures and the cow pastures here actually have horses and cows in them. I do. I think it's very cool. I've seen a couple of maps like that. Alma, Missouri, off the top of my head, was another one. And where is the driveway here? Well, it's somewhere. Did I pass the driveway? And what we're doing here is actually a decent way of finding collectibles. I've always been one to hunt collectibles in the various maps I play on, and one good strategy is to search for them in winter, as often they're on mini maps. It depends which maps and what kind of collectibles, but collectibles are often bright colors, as you know. Many of them are in animal and tractor shapes, and they're bright colors. So searching for them in wintertime is actually a good strategy. However, know that they will get partially obscured by the snow. So if the snow's deep, it can make them kind of harder in a way. However, yeah, they'll sometimes have a divot of snow around them. So searching for them in the winter can be advantageous in some maps. But here in Szpakowo, the collectibles can look like so many different things. They're not all just tractors and animals that are brightly colored. Here they appear as many things, such as trash bags, molehills, soda cans, pieces of paper, little hockey puck things. Yeah, they can appear as a lot of things here. So yeah, this house has just kind of been like a mystery. I found like a couple of soda cans here and maybe something else, but not as much as I thought would be here. Whoa, my game just, well, it's still fine. So anyway, yeah, there's nothing here. Well, it was worth a look. Well, let's go ahead and get back to our farm. And let's grab the truck and let's see about selling. Yeah, let's make some money. Well, I guess we have been making money. Well, let's sell some grain to make some money. And perhaps we'll come across a Christmas present or, you know, or come close to the other two that I know where they're at in the process. Slow down for the deer here. Yeah, you know, this town here, these houses could hold secrets. I mean, there's a lot of houses. They're close together. I think this is kind of the prime place to check. Of course, there's houses here that are out of the way as well. So I'm just kind of going slow and having a look at everything here on our way back to the farm. Tractor is back home. Let's grab our truck and head down to the silo. Now, in that direction, we have my friend Nick's cattle farm, and his place has always been a mystery, too, because I'm not sure I've ever found a collectible at his house, and I have searched it countless times because I haven't found anything there, and that just seems odd. It seems to me that while we're down here, I should look to see if he's got a Christmas present, because it's, yeah, his house is right across the creek here from our silo. So first, I guess we'll load up on, well, I'll see what kind of stuff we have in our silo here. Really need to get a road out here. Yeah. All right. Well, we've got wheat. Oh, yeah, this is our wheat from our fields. Let's go ahead and that's almost an entire truck and trailer's worth of wheat in our truck here, so that's handy. Let's pull the other one up here. Yeah, that'll almost totally fill our truck. Excellent. Now we just got to find the good place to sell it this time of year. Alright, so the best place to sell this is actually going to be down at the shop. Well, by the shop. By the shop, there's a silo there, a sell point. Let's check up here by the cattle farm real quick. I don't think I've ever found anything here. It's another place that's mystified me. Alright, let's see if he's got any festive presents awaiting us to find here. I've searched it pretty thoroughly, but still, since I haven't found anything, it makes me wonder. No, it looks like this remains a mystery. Yeah, I mean, every single one of these I've found, they've been by doors, gazebos, you know, etc., like I said. And, oh yeah, there's our new header. I just left it down here. We don't really have much room at our place to park it right now. It was already kind of parked there, so it's just kind of sitting there. Yeah, I don't see one here. I've checked all the, by the house and such like that. Well, let's get down to the, that big storage silo down by the store. That's where this is going to sell at. Take it easy on the roads, of course. These back roads here, they can get pretty snowy, and unfortunately I've never been able to plow them. Yeah, this road is pretty slick. You gotta watch this. I'm trying to keep around 30 miles an hour actually. And have a look at this house over there. Any Christmas presents? I don't see anything. But yeah, I was kind of fishtailing a bit on that road. I don't think it was my imagination either. I don't think so. I think the roads actually are fairly slick. So yeah, we're going to turn in just like we're going to the shop. And actually, let's get some fuel while we're here, because it's getting a little on the low side. And while the truck's filling up, I can have a quick cursory look around here for any presence of any sort. Let's see. There we go. Get that filling with fuel. Let's have just a little... Well, I guess we're going to drive through here anyway, but... Well, I didn't see anything. Yeah. So let's pull up here and offload our grain. And get a pretty nice profit, I think. Yeah, it's about $1,200 per 1,000 liters right now. Let's make sure that our tip side is... Oh, these only tip back. Yeah, these only tip back. I knew that. Well, then we should be good if we just pull it close enough to it. Or, yeah, you know what, though? I prefer to do things a little... Let's be more immersive with it. I think we can get this backed up to that. I think with some... Yeah. I prefer dumping like, you know, like we're supposed to. However, I'm not getting the... oh, there we go. Now, how am I going to do this with the trailer, you ask? Oh, very carefully. All right, so, yeah. 24 grand, and that's just for what's in the truck. Let's get the trailer here. Alright, now we're going to do this carefully, and shouldn't be an issue. That's good enough. More immersive. Dump it in the grate. I never like dumping it on the ground beside the grate. Didn't feel right. Alright, so that was what, 44,000? Yeah, it's a very fruitful December for us here. Now, as long as we're already pointed down this road, I think this road will take us out near the bale sell points. I think. And again, as long as we got snow on the ground, we can keep our eyes out for, well, as long as we're doing this, any black trash bags out in the forest would definitely stand out right now. Okay, so the road is taking us this way. We'll circle around. Oh, look at that. Just as I was talking about it, these right here, they're only $1,000 a piece. Many of the collectibles here, some are $10, like the soda cans are like $10 a piece. The lottery tickets are like 10 or 15, maybe even $1. I don't know. Those trash bags are $1,000. Yeah, so those are definitely easier to see in the snow. Oh, there's a house down there. Yeah, I don't see anything. All right, so we're going to circle around this way. Yeah, that's definitely the way to find the trash bags. I guess they're trash bags full of leaves or something, because when you pick them up, it says, like, you know, thanks for cleaning up the forest or whatever. We're going to turn down here at this curve in the road. There's a truck with a crew working on a light pole or something. We're going to turn up here. This will take us by the bale sale point. And the thing is, down there at the bale sale point, there is a Christmas present. There should be. All right, so this turn here is going to take us, yeah, to the bale sale point, which is actually, this may seem really out of the way, and it kind of is, because we had to come down here. However, we're now on our way back to our house and right toward our silo. So, yeah, I drove a little out of the way, but technically the bale sell point here is on our way back home. Whoa, a little slippery. It is slippery. I don't think that's my imagination. These roads get a little slick. Oh, wait. That is our house. What the heck? How did I drive past it? Yeah, I did. It's right here. I missed the turn. I must have missed it in the snow. Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. I was like, oh, our house is right up here. Yeah, our house is right up here. It's closer to the bale sale point than I thought it was. So we'll just back down this. Somewhere I missed the turn, and not this turn. There's a different turn up the road where I missed. Well, there we go. Oh my gosh, I was looking at it, I was like, there's the bale sale point. Wow, that place looks familiar. And actually, my first thought was, wow, there's a Big Bud parked outside the bale sale point. We have one just like it. All right, so I think it's behind this building here. Yep, there it is. All right, 2 left. That leaves 1 on my list. We'll hit that in a minute because it's on the opposite corner of the map. All right, and that's at the lime sale point. Although, let's have a look around these other buildings here. You never know. If I was placing collectibles and I didn't want, or I wanted to make it challenging for the player to complete a set, I would do something tricky, like putting 2 of them in one place, because putting 2 in one place, you know, it's a good way to trip someone up, because you're like, oh, I found 1, there must be no more here, right? So if I wanted to trip up the player, I might just put 2 in one place. But I don't see another one here. Front door? Nah. Alright, so let's get back to our silo and fill up with something else. Because I know we've got oats for sure, and there's some leftover triticale from that one contract we did. Let's see what else we got. Alright, so we've got some oats. And yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, we just had that one field. And let's see what else we've got here. Oh, that's right. Soybeans. Yeah, but soybeans don't sell this time of year. We want to wait till like summertime, I think, like June or so. We have some rye. No doubt left over from a contract. I don't recall it, but it would have been several months ago. But yeah, we've got some rye. All right, some oats and rye to sell. Let's find out where we're taking this. All right, so looks like the oats are going to grain mill, which is right down there in the distance. Those big silos down there. It was actually hard to find grain mill because it wasn't listed as a sell point. I had to start mousing over production points. Obviously, I should have thought of that in the first place because it's called grain mill, right? Now, obviously, we don't own it. We don't own any production, so... But I guess it functions as a sale point, right? I mean, that sounds like a silly thing to say. Like, I should know that, right? But it's going to be one of these places here. Now, I've only been here a couple times. I said we should search this place for, yeah, I'm trying to find where the sell point is. Maybe this guy knows. Yeah, it's right here, I believe. Alright, yeah, I'll keep my eyes peeled for Christmas present while we're here. And this is going to be where we want to sell the oats. Let's go ahead and let's drop this trailer off. Make it easier, because I think we're going to have to back up to this grate here. Yep, that'd be it. Alright, well, actually kind of more money than I thought from that. So we'll just, I'll do a quick run through here, make sure there's no Christmas presents sitting out, and then we're going to go across the map to sell this rye, and as it happens, it's the sell point where we're selling it is actually at the right next to the lime sell point, so we can pick up collectible there. All right, well, I didn't see anything. Let's move on to, and I may as well hit some places on the way there. We're going to head north here. We're going to the far northwest of Szpakowo. So I'm going to check any houses or anything on the way there. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking for other stuff too. I don't travel this road back here a whole heck of a lot. These back roads, however, are very handy to get to know, because if you're using any kind of big tractors, these back roads are kind of how you get between the fields around here. Well, yeah, the roads here are slick. That was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. You know, and it probably could have something to do with the fact that this trailer was loaded and the truck wasn't. Could have pushed me into this. Yeah, I mean, I know that I shouldn't have a loaded trailer in an empty truck bed, but that's just how it was. And so I don't know how we're going to fix this. It's not something we need right now exactly. So I'm going to get to work on this. Well, I had to pay to have the truck towed. That was inconvenient. So what we're going to do is, yeah, there's no way. So we had the truck towed. I'm going to come by with the tractor, get this, and we'll go the rest of the way with the tractor, I guess. The tractor is going to be a lot better. It doesn't slide like the truck. The tractor has a tendency to understeer, I guess because it's four-wheel drive. I don't know, but going around the corners with the tractor, you just need to slow down a little bit. The front end wants to slide a little bit. So let's get up here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to check the back doors of some of these houses. I don't see anything out front. There could easily be one by the back door of any one of these. Whoa, sliding there too. Yeah, you know, pulling this heavy trailer, yeah. With the tractor though, yeah, I didn't lose the rear end. I lost the front end. I understeered all through that turn. So we're going to want to take it easy, because especially here we got this long straight road, and I don't want to, oh my gosh, slide off in the woods and hit a tree or something. Well, on our way to the place, before we turn on this road here, I'm going to check these two houses right here. Now this one over here, I've found a few collectibles here, various kinds throughout the yard, so I'm not too hopeful, but now, darn it, that's a bucket. But you never know. Nah, I don't see anything here. Yeah, this place, there's a few. There's like, I don't know, there's probably like 4 different collectibles here of different types. You have to be on the lookout here. But I don't see a Christmas present. And that's why some of those houses I search carefully, because some places like this, I found several, and some houses just don't have like anything that I've found, that is. All right then, let's get back in the tractor and we'll look both ways here. Oh, there we go. And head back up here to sell this rye. Oh yes, and get the last Christmas present that I'm aware of anyway. There should be one up here. Now I'm not seeing it, but I'm sure that, yep, there it is. Alright, so that leaves one left. Let me cross this off the list here. Alright, so here's somewhere. There's a sell point for... Oh, I know where it's at, I bet. I've never used this sell point, but I know where it's at. It's right up here on the left. Yeah, this should be the sell point right here for our rye. And this price looks pretty good on the price screen. Yeah. I mean, considering how little we had in there, yeah, that's all right. There's still some triticale in the silo back on our property. Yeah, there was quite a bit we had stored up from, just scraps from harvest contracts and such like that. Maybe I can find a closer place to sell the triticale. This was quite a drive out here. Well, I took some time and I searched everywhere. I mean, I took a lot of time and I searched everywhere. And you know, no sign whatsoever of the last Christmas present. I mean, they're so easy to see. I thought that for sure I could find the last one, but no. And so what I did was I grabbed that triticale left over from a harvest contract that we did last year, and was selling that. Well, we still got a tidy sum of money, even though, yeah, I don't know, that last Christmas present absolutely eludes me. And yeah, I did even think to check chimneys and rooftops. I mean, it's, presents from Santa, right? So I even checked chimneys. That's how thorough I was. And yeah, it turned out nothing. So that's always how it is, it seems, where you just can't find that last one to complete the set. Hey, at least they make it hard. At least it's not just free money. They make it difficult. Well, so that's that. But the thing is, I don't want to give up because they're only visible in the month of December. So I may look some more later. I tried to find the last one for you guys, but boy, I don't know. So we're going to head this back to the farm and grab the big bud and head out to field 103 and see if we can get some disc harrow done there on that field. Now, because I spent so much time searching for collectibles here and there, kind of lost track of how long this video might be, so hopefully this episode's a good length. Well, but I figure, well, let's get some field work done, because all I've done so far is, drive around. We made some money selling grain, and that's great. Oh yeah, our truck should be at the shop back there. Well, I'll have to go get it later. But I want to get some field work done. Oh, we can drive across this. This is just our empty field. All right, now our field is just right over here. I mean, it's obviously the field is in the same place. It's just since our farm has moved, this field is suddenly in a much more convenient spot. Just literally right here. And so let's see how this goes in the snow. Of course, there's not much snow. And I got to tell you, I am pretty tired after all of that. Oh my, I mean, I don't know where that last thing could be hiding. Yeah, no idea. Well, I'll tell you, it's kind of hard to see the field boundary. I mean, I think I'm kind of right on it. I mean, I can see the brush, But yeah, we'll get this done. And yeah, I hate to leave that undone. I mean, one Christmas present left. That's just, it's killer. But geez, I don't know where it could be. Best thing I could figure is maybe there's one that's not by a house or, a building or something like that. Just to, be difficult. Maybe one of them is, I don't know, but I checked everywhere that I could think of. This edge of the field? Oh, yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is. But we did, of course, between that and the grain sales, we have a tidy sum. And, our farm is pretty good. So for the first time, we've had money before, but we've definitely got some money now. So that's pretty good for the farm. And those rocks look big. Yeah, I never did find a way to get these rocks up. We tried a basic rock picker, short of buying a big fancy one. I don't know. Could just be, I'm sure it is. It's a thing with Szpakowo particularly, because the tools that I was using to try to get those rocks are the same tools I've used in other maps. So I don't know about these rocks, but I just kind of noticed them. They stick out so much when they're covered in snow, But this field's not too bad. This is going to go pretty quick. I think this might be good as wheat next year. If you recall, I was saying, I think last episode, I want to plant pretty much all our fields with corn, but I want one for wheat. I think this would be good, again, as a wheat field, primarily because, when you harvest wheat, you want to leave the windrows, right, so you can pick up the straw. Well, of our fields, this is the one that is perfect. This is perfect for laying swaths of straw because, we can make 4 or 5 nice, perfectly straight lines, easy to pick up and bale. So this might be the one that we use for straw or for wheat here. So I think there's actually one more thing that we can get done this month. Once we get this done here, if you recall a few episodes ago, I was saying that eventually we're going to need a way to take our big bud back to the city, because when it does need service, I thought it would have needed service by now, but I haven't used it much. But when it does need service, we're going to have to take it back to the city, to the big dealership. And because they've simply got the bigger mechanic bay to work on this guy, to service it. Well, I was saying I wanted to keep my eye out for a big trailer because we're going to have to find some way to transport this tractor. And by golly, I was checking the used equipment that was for sale, and look at that. Something useful came up on sale used, and that's just great. This right here, and well, we can definitely afford it. I mean, it's our best bet. I think still we're going to have to strip this down to just single wheels. I think that can be done here, but it's not going to be able to be transported to the city with that, you know, with the wheel setup as it is anyway. So I think if we change the wheel setup, we can get on that trailer and, yeah, get it to a place to get service. I knew it was going to be a pain maintaining a big tractor like this, but that's part of the fun. Of course, that trailer, we're going to need to also modify our truck so that our truck can pull that trailer. But again, you know, it's all part of the fun, trying to figure things out like this. And as long as our truck is down at the shop anyway, I'll see about if I can get a fifth wheel put on the trailer, or sorry, the truck, and we'll pick up that trailer. We'll be done with this here in just a few minutes. This field goes pretty quick. And yeah, this will be a nice wheat field, not only because it's nice, long, and straight for the swaths of straw, but also this should put out a decent amount of straw, a few bales, which is really all we need for the cattle. All right, and this is the last strip here on this field. And then, yeah, we'll go check out our truck. Well, our truck's fine. It's back at the shop because I had to get it towed. I think everything's fine with it. But, yeah, you got to watch those icy roads when you're pulling a heavy trailer. I guess that goes without saying. And I did note earlier that they were slick. Yeah, that they were. Very slick. Let's just get this finished up here. And then at least, well, yeah, it's good. It's great that trailer came up on sale because those are normally, well, they're not cheap. And, yeah, that came at the right time. You know, that corn header never did come up when I was looking for it, but at least something did. This trailer. And I'd almost forgotten that we needed one. So that's just going to be very, very handy. We'll get this back to the house, and we'll want to get this washed off, I guess, before it gets too cold and wintry here. Most of our other machines have been serviced, put away, and cleaned up for winter time. It's time to get this guy here. Same kind of thing. Let's get it washed off before it gets too cold here. And we'll get this stuff put away. Spray all this off. No, I think that's as good as we're gonna get it. It's still caked with snow, but that's pretty good. Let's see. This was parked in here in front of that fertilizer. If this machine can get it back in there, I might need the small tractor, the Zader. I might need that to back this in here. Yeah, kind of. It's a little hard to back it with this machine. But we can get the big bud put away for now. I don't think we're going to need the big bud until the snow's gone, because all the field work that we need doing on our big fields, well, all the field work is done. So let's get this put back away very carefully. Very carefully. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I think it's a great tractor. All right, now I'm going to see if we can get a fifth wheel installed on the chassis of this truck, because we'll need it to pull that trailer. Well, the truck fits in here. Let's see about customize, and we're going to see about, here we go, chassis. And yeah, that's what we're looking for right there, and that'll pull that trailer. Of course, it'll no longer take this swap body here, but I can figure that out when the time comes. For now, this is just too good a deal to pass up. So that's only $15,000. Not bad at all. I mean, that's the price of one of those Christmas presents we picked up. Let's have a look at this. We're going to want to get some basic repairs on the trailer. Let's get this backed up to the shop here. And that swap body is kind of in the way, isn't it? I'll see if I can maneuver this around that. Yeah, I think we can get this back there. I just want to make sure that we can get this repaired. Ah, that's good enough. And let's see, repair, $200. Yeah. All right, good deal. We got us a trailer. Now I wonder, the Big Bud, even with only even with single wheels, well, I mean, this is, again, this is like the best bet we got to pull it, or to carry it. So we got this to carry it. It'll go on here. It might hang. It's going to hang off on the sides, but this will get it down the road to the city. But that's not until, you know, it needs service. So month of December, well, we made a lot of money. That's for sure. Got some field work done. We made a lot of money, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm going to see if I can... Wow, this is a big trailer. I didn't need it so long, but, well, we needed something with enough capacity to carry that tractor, and we'll see how that comes out in an upcoming episode. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in today, and, well, if you enjoyed the episodes and this series, there's other series you can check out on the channel, and if you do enjoy watching them and you're not subscribed, I'd appreciate if you subscribed and helped build the channel up. I'd really like to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's a goal that I'd really like to achieve. So thanks a lot for watching and commenting, hitting that like button, and I'm going to pull this in here and find a place to park it. And guys, I will see you next time for, well, we'll see if it's a January episode. There might just be an episode covering winter. There's usually not a lot of work to do on a farm during the winter. Regardless, we'll have a regular episode on Friday, be it January or just covering the rest of winter. But I'll have something for you guys on Friday. I'm going to park this behind the house. Guys, thanks so much. I'll see you next time.